it going, everyone? Today we're doing unboxing this battery operated liquid transfer pump. It pumps over 6 quarts per minute. That's pretty good if it's true. Who knows if it is or isn't. So, you know, you could get this pump almost anywhere, but usually at Harbor Freight, they usually have coupons and then they have this on sale. I got this for like $7 some cents, don't remember exactly, but with a coupon. So yeah, price may vary, you know, it could be more. It was like $12, it could be wrong. I'll leave it down below how much it really is, but you know, it's a pump for fuel, you know, battery operated liquid transfer pump, right? You do need, and I know I bought some cheap batteries, but I'm not gonna use it all the time, so you guys keep that in mind. You need 2 D2 batteries, you know, so there you are. This will pump gas, water, oil, non-corrosive liquids used in garage, shop, yard, marine, basement, bathroom, and aquariums. Ooh, that's pretty good if you need to pump some water out of an aquarium to clean it up. Let's see. It does say here somewhere in the box in case. Where does it say? Oh yeah, it says here's the hose length 2 feet, 24 inches. Flow rate up to 6 quarts per minute. Weighs 0.398 pounds. Suction pipe 13 inches long by 1 inch diameter. Pump requires 2D batteries sold separately. That's why I say you need 2. And you know, you get this Harbor Freight. You can get this at Tractor, but Harbor Freight in my opinion is better. You know, they usually have this on coupon sale. I might buy another one just to have an extra in case this one goes out. I'm not gonna use it a lot, but we do have another one, and we used to use it, but it's, you know, the bottom part broke off. So what I would recommend is we buy it to get diesel fuel out of a Bobcat, because we were trying to solve why it won't run unless it had a full tank, and then we'll run like 30 minutes and then it'll die off. And it turns out a little filter, these are the, I think 2015 to the 20, I know it goes 2015 to 2017, I don't know if it keeps going to the newer models, but there's a little filter inside the tank that just is hanging on by a little hose, and over time, you know how fluids are moving around when you're moving the skid steer, going up the trailer, and in case you're in the rocky areas, you know how that tank is moving around. The little filter with a little hose is just floating around. Well, that, whenever you're running, you fill it up, you're running and it dies off, even though it still has like almost a full tank of fuel. That little filter sometimes starts, you know, giving out, and it falls into the tank. So we use this to pour out all the diesel fluid out of the gas tank, or fuel tank basically, and trying to fish out the little filter. So yeah, that is one little thing we don't like about those Bobcats. Is, you know, sometimes you're unloading it and all of a sudden it just dies off and it's a little hose. So yeah, this ain't expensive, honestly. It was only $8 with the coupon. So, you know, long life batteries. We'll see if that's true. You know, these are like $1.25, so I'm not expecting high help. So I'm gonna open this, get it out of it. Model number is 63847, and we're gonna start getting this out of its box. See if I can do it without, you know. All right, so here we are. And it does come with an owner's manual, which is, I don't know why we need one, but okay. I might still need the box to save when I'm not using it. So here we are. Cheaply made, looks like more cheaper than the one we used to have from Tractor. Sticker on the little thingamajig, and it says, do not return to store if labeled removed, call. Okay, so right now I can still return to the store. And I think it does have a, no, I think it doesn't. But they do have some items have a restock fee. I'll have to check on that receipt real quick. I think this one does, but I think it doesn't. But yeah, there we are. Just a pump with this hose. And the owner's manual, which is right here. And there we are, it's telling you how to do that, which obviously you just take off the lid, put the batteries in there, which, give me a second, I'll demonstrate. Okay, so now I got the battery caps. So all you gotta do is just twist this cap off, and where the switch is on, see, on and off. Keep using this over time. Those lids will definitely wear off easily. So here we got the batteries. I know they're cheap, but you know I'm not gonna use it all the time. Once they go out, I have some Duracells or Energizers. Or maybe if these do last long, maybe I'll buy another set. We'll see. Since this tool ain't gonna be used every single day. If you're gonna use it every day, yeah, I would recommend getting better batteries than these. But since I don't use them that often, and I know I've said before, you need to buy some good batteries because, you know, they usually corrode and stuff. So take out the batteries every once in a while. But, you know, I want to test it out. But yeah, this tool is really useful. So, I'm guessing positive goes downwards. And then this guy goes up onto the cap. Just put the cap back on with the two batteries installed. And then there you go. Yep, you can hear it. Just doing its job. And then it has a place where the hose goes, and there's more information here. I like battery operated liquid transfers, do not use with corrosive liquids, so on and so forth. Do not turn pump upside down during use. Okay. Do not mix alkaline standard or whatever red chargeable nickel batteries. Position batteries and operate properly. Do not use swollen or leak batteries. Remove batteries when not in use. Ready, reman before use. Okay, so those little pumps get probably do pretty fine. We're gonna pump some fuel into a little Ranger. We're gonna try first. Have those gallons that nobody likes, you know. So I'll pour some fuel into it, and then if you know it doesn't go good, I'll just jump over to using this guy. But most likely I'm gonna use this guy. And there's one quick thing before we start. I want to talk about something. Okay, so I do have a new gallon I just purchased, and I want to go over this. So right now it does not feel, it's still brand new. So you know, people go to the gas station, they fill this up, and you need to have a Pacific gas, gas can. There are those VP Racing people use, but those are not recommended for fuel. Which people always do that, which is not properly what you should be doing. But here we got this little net here, you know, this little stupid thing they added. So, you know, you can't get it all the way through the bottom of the tank with that little plastic thing. So what you do is, if you know, I'm not gonna tell y'all, I'm not responsible if you damage your gas can or whatever. This is up to you. I'm just saying, I'm not responsible for whatever happens to your gas can. But if you want to get this loosened up, you will have to pry around here, you know, around here until you get like a little bit, you know, then grab a pair of pliers, you know, long nose pliers, and pull it out. And once you pull that out, I'll go through, which I'm just saying, because there will be people saying, oh, I damaged my can because you told. No, I mean, I'm just telling you off the bat, be careful when you do this, and I'm not responsible for your damages, so it's up to you. But all you do is just pry around here in the corner with a flathead screwdriver. That's what I've done, and then use the pliers and pull it out. And then there you go. I do have two of these. This one, I'm going to just pull the net out. Nothing else. I'm going to use this to show you all this is garbage. I do have a video coming up soon. Well, I have another one still. I'm going to modify it. The only thing I'm going to do to this one is take out the net. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to modify it. You know, I'm going to change this, make it into a good gas can. I'm going to do that. Might add like a little part, like an air vent here. Change the head, change this head. This is stupid. And take off this. And yeah, that'll be it. So yeah, just keep an eye out. I will be having a video of that. So yeah. So I'm gonna go fill this up, and then I'm gonna demonstrate how to use it. You know, how I would use it with just this, and then we'll swap over to the pump to show you that's much better than that. You know, with this head, it's so stupid. So yeah, give me a couple seconds, and yeah. So I'm just saying, it won't work unless you take that net off, and I'm just saying you could do it if you want to. I'm just not responsible if you damage your can. So yeah. But as I say, you just use a screwdriver and you pop it off. If you want, I'll demonstrate here in a couple seconds. Okay, so here we are. We got the 5-gallon gas can here. So, you know, I'm not responsible if you damage your gas can, but I will show y'all just how to start getting this pried out. So, first things off, we're gonna get this off. Then just grab a flathead and just start prying around here. It looks like here in the corner, looks like it's got a good advantage to bite on and get it going, which I can't do with one hand, but all you do is just trying to pry. Give me a second, let me get it a little started. This is what you do. See, I have the screwdriver shoved in there. So all I do is I just bend this, which, you know, I just keep bending it a little. The plastic, white plastic, see, like I bend it a bit. And just keep going around as much as you can. That's what I do. You know, and then once you get to a certain limit, like right there, it looks like it could probably pop out. And just grab your pliers and pull it out. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. So that, just by just poking around it, bending it a little, and then just use the pliers. And if you want to give it a shake, which, you know, I did bend a little bit here in the corner. That's why I say I'm not responsible if you damage your own gas can. But that's what you do. There we go. There we go. It's just the problem is you gotta be really careful. And I always take those off because I don't like those. When you're filling them up at the gas pump and, you know, it gets to the point where it starts foaming and, yeah, the fuel gets to here and then it just clicks and clicks and clicks and clicks. And you have to drain slow just to fill up a gallon, which gets a little annoying. But there we are. Yeah. And it does look like I've been to a little, so that's why I'm saying be careful. As long as it doesn't screw up the seal, which we'll see. But there we are, ready to be filled up. And also the no spill gas cans, they come with that. Almost every gas can comes with that net thing, which is stupid. People who engineered these new ones, they didn't think of that. I don't know why, you know. Alright, so I'm gonna start filling it up. I'm gonna go to the gas station. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pour in the fuel without using the little guy, and then we'll just do so first we're gonna try it with this little spout they give us with the gallon, which is dumb in my opinion. Kind of dumb. We gotta use this guy. Well, I mean, there's other gas cans, but they all kind of use the same kind of way. Cap. I was wondering if, yes, that can also work too. I noticed that before. Usually we didn't have these gallons that often. We usually had those no spill ones, but they all started adding that stupid thing, and yeah, so, you know. Alright, so this guy, all you gotta do is just pour it in, but have to kind of press the button at the same time and push, which is gonna work. It's gonna take forever for me to do that. See, doesn't get any vent either. So what I'm gonna do is get the little fuel pump. It takes forever. So let me go get that fuel pump. I'll be back in a couple seconds. Okay, so now I got the fuel pump. I'm gonna take off the cap real quick. Take off this little spout, I like you. And if you do not take that little, you know, here, I'll show you. If you do not take that little funnel thingy out of it, you know, the little guard it has or whatever, and I forgot to take off the sticker. Take off the sticker on your little, before you start using it, because you won't be sucking fuel that easily. You'll be struggling. So keep that in mind. Get that out of there so it doesn't get in there. Now this doesn't have a filter now. It's just gonna be sucking it up. And look at, there's little fins in there. I don't know if you could pick the camera picked up. There's little fins. That's how it sucks up the fuel. All right. So first, insert the guy into this little gallon. He's in there. Then all you gotta do is just press the button and let it rip. Which I need 2 hands to do this. So there we go. We got one hole going in there. We got the button. And there we go. And as you can see, fuel is going in there. And so you keep going until the very bottom of the gallon, you know, it's all sucked up. This is much better. You you got a gallon in your home, I usually keep a gallon at home just in case I make it home late, and you know, we all get tired, we want to just come home, eat, take a shower, go to sleep. And I usually keep on a gallon because you could forget to go to the gas station. So I usually keep a 5-gallon around where my cars are parked, so in case I need a 5-gallon gas, I got one right there, pour it into the vehicle, and then just go to the gas station and fill her up, just in case I run low, which does happen sometimes. So yeah, that's the perfect way. So I'm gonna fill this up and I'll catch y'all here in a couple seconds. I'm realizing something here. So right now, we made it to the bottom right now, and when you turn off the button, if you do not take that little hose out of there, so we're gonna take it off, gonna pull it out, and all the gas will go back into the jug. Now that's a pretty good feature. Instead of worrying gas will go, you know, you take this out, you can spill it. Instead, it goes back down into the tank instead of, you know, letting it spill. So that's good. All right, so here we are. And I'm just gonna store it back into this box. Have it hang on a shelf or something, on a nail or something. You can also do that. So then next time when I need it, just pull this guy out, fill up a vehicle or something. It's worth it. For what I got it for with the coupon for $8 almost, worth it. But I also got the price, the full price, but you know. So if you need one, this is definitely worth it. Especially if there's a coupon. I would not skip this. You can use this on your lawnmower, ATV, on your truck, car, except for those newer ones. I know the newer ones you have to use like a funnel or something in order, so you will need a funnel in order to use this guy, you know, just to put the funnel through and then start pouring gas, since they have those little weird little capless systems now. Yeah, so this is worth it, you know. And in case one of you need, like, you got no lawnmower, you want to take out all the bad fuel into a gas can, take it all out, just put this into the, you know, old lawnmower, get this all sucked up, and then just, you know, get it all pumping and everything. So yeah, this is definitely worth it. I will highly recommend it. I know it's a little cheaper than tractors, but you know, I'm not gonna use it often, so this is fine. All right, thanks for watching and have a good day.